Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taryn, and today I am going to film for you my 12 to 16 week bump date. So I am a couple days past 16 weeks. That's because one, I've tried to film this video. This is the third time. And two, because, you know, mom life, it's just been hectic and crazy around here, even with the quarantine. I haven't had time to sit down and actually, I guess, spill out all of the details of this 4 weeks or whatever, this update. So I'm gonna try to think back and only tell you from between 12 to 16 weeks how I was feeling. And since I'm a little bit further than that, I'm gonna try to avoid anything that has just started happening in the last couple days. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you like an update. I did have a doctor's appointment at like, I think 14 weeks. So I was right in the middle of my 12 to 16 weeks. Everything looked good. I did get kind of freaked out. So I will tell you guys this story a little bit because I've never had this happen before. And it might be very common for like a lot of you, but this like kind of, you know, sent me into like a little bit of a freak out, like a little panic attack. So basically I went in and the doctor hadn't come in yet, but the nurse came in and she was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can find the heartbeat. And so she went on, and every single time I've ever had, like my whole previous pregnancy and this pregnancy so far, they've always gone straight to the heartbeat. Like it's, yeah, I mean, maybe they'd had to move around just a little bit, but they always find it really quick. Well, she tried for like 15 minutes and could not find the baby's heartbeat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know? And then she called in like the head nurse on that shift and had her come in and try. Well, she comes in and, you know, she's like trying to, you know, make sure I'm staying calm. She's not trying not to freak me out, but she couldn't find it either. And she's like, I'm just going to have the doctor come in and he's going to have to do it. And so then I'm like really kind of freaked out by this point. I'm like, 2 nurses have tried and they can't find a heartbeat. Now the doctor's about to come in. So then my doctor, I love him to death. He came in and he probably tried for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and he is like struggling. He's like, what the heck, where is this baby? And the previous nurse had said that she could hear some movement, so she knew that there was a baby in there and it was moving, but she couldn't find the heartbeat. And I didn't know if she was just saying that to like calm me, but the doctor kind of said the same sort of thing when he came in. I can hear the baby moving, so I just need to find like where they're at so I can get the heartbeat or whatever. And so finally they were looking really low, I guess, because at 14 weeks usually the baby sits really low in your uterus. Well, I guess my baby was sitting way up high in my uterus, which is abnormal. There's nothing wrong with it, but they just didn't know to look up high, I guess. And so they found it way up, almost like right above my belly button, kind of. And that's where they found my baby's heartbeat. And it was normal. I think it was 155, they said, 155. So my baby's heart rate has been above 140 every time. I know, I mean, most people say that means girl. So we'll see. I don't know how accurate that is. The first heartbeat I ever had, the baby was at 170, and now this time it was at like 155. So both relatively high. Other than that, at the appointment, everything went well. They did like their normal pap smear and blood draw and stuff. And so far I haven't heard anything negative come back from either of those. Everything's been good to go. And so I think we are good to go with this so far in this pregnancy. They didn't do an ultrasound, which I was like kind of hoping they would because I switched doctors. So this doctor's office hasn't actually done any ultrasounds, but it was close enough to my 18 to 20 week anatomy scan that they decided to just wait and I'll have that anatomy scan actually on like when I'm between 18 and 19 weeks. So I'm going actually this Friday. I'm so excited for my anatomy scan. And I have a couple videos I want to get filmed before that. So I wanted to make sure I got this one up. And then I'm going to do a gender wives tales video where I'm going to go through the gender wives tales and do the predictions and see what that says gender wise. And then after we go to our anatomy scan, we are going to find out the gender and put it in an envelope. So we're not going to actually find out. The doctor will find out and he'll conceal that in an envelope. And we're gonna have a little virtual gender reveal party. Since it's quarantine, we can't really share that with all of our friends and family like we normally would, have like a party and, you know, do something big to announce it. So we're going to do it virtually, like have a Facebook party, and then probably do a Zoom video where everyone can log in and see each other. And then we will open up or blow something up, open something up, do whatever we're gonna do to reveal the gender. And of course we will video as much of that as we can for you guys. It probably won't be a long video because the virtual part is gonna be weird, but the actual reveal part I'll be able to show you guys. So we will see how that goes coming up here in the next few weeks. I don't know how long till you guys will see it from now, because since I didn't announce my pregnancy on YouTube until I was about 8 to 10 weeks pregnant, I started with my 0 to 4 week update, and I'm still behind with uploading those because I'm, catching up from those few weeks prior when I hadn't actually announced it yet. So being 16 weeks pregnant feels great. I feel like I'm almost halfway there. It's crazy. So everything has been going good. So I'm going to talk about symptoms and cravings now. And I think that's really all I have to update. So symptoms I've been having, basically my morning sickness went away at like a little after 12 weeks. It's gone away, and I haven't really been sick at all, which I'm so thankful for, because I was getting so annoyed and so tired of the morning sickness. I was lucky though. I never got it so bad. I didn't ever throw up. I was just very nauseous a lot of mornings or even throughout the whole day, where I couldn't barely get myself to eat. I was just, dealing with the nausea more than anything else. So I did, the morning sickness has kind of subsided, which I'm happy about. Bloating, I'm pretty much down to just baby bump now, and it's definitely there. I think I told you in the last video that I've had a baby bump for quite a while. I think I showed a lot earlier this time, and it's like really apparent some days, and other days I might feel like, oh, the bump's not that big. I don't know if it's all in my head or if it's like based on like what I've eaten, that maybe I am getting bloated sometimes and it really sticks out more. But other than that, I've been fairly comfortable bloating wise. I've been getting quite a bit of heartburn, which I do take a daily medication for heartburn, so it hasn't been too bad. It's basically been controlled with the medication. However, I am getting some, and I know it's still early, so I hope that means baby has hair, because Ayla is still bald. So she came out with a little bit of hair, but she lost it all after like a month or less than a month. And so now she's still trying to gain it back, and she's going to be 2 before this baby's born. So she's about a little over 1.5 years old, and she barely has any hair still. So I'm hoping that this baby has a lot of hair and keeps a lot of hair. And so then next symptoms I've been feeling, I've had pregnancy insomnia pretty bad. So to where like a few nights I'll lay in bed for over 3 hours sometimes before I can actually get to sleep, or I will basically just toss and turn and have restless sleep all night. So I'm not getting a lot of sleep that way, even though Ayla is sleeping full nights in her own bed. She's doing so good. And so I'm not being woken up by my toddler. I'm just being woken up by pregnancy. So that's kind of frustrating, because I'm, tired and exhausted all day from like being pregnant and chasing a toddler. And then I don't get a good sleep at night. So it's kind of like a constant cycle. But exhaustion, I guess that leads me into my next one, which is exhaustion. I am still pretty fatigued most of the time. I know that's supposed to kind of like relieve itself some in the second trimester, and I can't really tell if I'm feeling less fatigued than I did or if it's about the same. I still feel pretty fatigued, so I'm hoping that maybe that will lighten up as I go, and I'll start feeling more energetic. It's kind of like a hit and miss. Usually most days I feel pretty like tired, but every once in a while I'll have a good day, and I'll try to bust out as much as I can and get as much done in that one day when I'm feeling energetic as I can. And then the other days I just do what I can to get by and get through the day. So I'm sure some of you moms can contest to that. So I guess I should say coffee. I've been really like wanting coffee a lot, which I don't do a lot of caffeine while I'm pregnant. I haven't had any soda for probably like almost 2 months now, and that's really just because I've been quarantined and I haven't been out getting it. But I do try to like limit the intake that I'm doing. But coffee, I don't have more than 1 glass of caffeinated coffee a day, but I have been drinking decaf most of the time. So if I'm like really tired, I might have one cup of regular coffee during the morning, and then if I have another cup, I'll just do decaf. And then some days I just do decaf from the beginning if I'm just like wanting to drink coffee or just wanting that taste of coffee. Here in Colorado, it's been kind of cool the last few days, and so I've really wanted coffee just for the comfort factor of it, the warmth. But other than that, it's not really been a craving. It's more just been something that sounds good, that why not kind of thing. Other cravings, the only craving that I think I've had consistently through my whole pregnancy is chicken wings. I'm still craving them, and I still haven't really subsided that craving, because I'm craving like a very specific, like Buffalo Wild Wings sounds good like all the time to me. However, I haven't gotten it this whole pregnancy. And then secondly, I do these wings every once in a while where I'll fry them in the air fryer and then just, you know, sauce them. So I don't batter them or anything. I just fry them in the air fryer and then I sauce them and eat them. And they are so good. They're nice and crispy. They're almost like a fried wing, but it's less oil. It's healthier option. And I have been craving those, but I haven't actually done those. My husband loves to grill wings. So every time we've had wings, he's been grilling them, and I've been kind of like disappointed because I really just wanted that like crispy fried type wing. So hopefully soon I'll be able to curb that craving because it's been lasting forever. Other than that, I have had, sorry, that was pretty loud. Sounds like it's really low. Okay, I think it's getting quieter. So other cravings that I've had have been pickles, and it might sound really weird. So I like really salty things prior to being pregnant, but I also like sweet things prior to being pregnant. So, but I'm definitely like a salt person. So my husband always teases me that I salt things way too much and like tells me I need to stop doing that. Well, when I'm pregnant, my last pregnancy, I really wanted like frozen pickle juice, and then I would like even add more salt to that sometimes. And this pregnancy, I've been eating pickles on and off, but I've wanted to like dip them in salt, like margarita salt, like the real thin. Oh, it's so good. And my mouth's watering right now, but like, who needs more salt on pickles? Pickles are already salty, but I don't know why I'm craving like adding salt to that, but I have been. Let me think. Anything with like peanut butter and chocolate combination, like candy, peanut butter chocolate candy, Reese's. Hi, princess. Come here. Can you say hi to my camera? Say hi. Say we're just staying in our jammies for right now because quarantine, so why not? Say hi. Hi. Look, say hi. Hi. You're so sweet. You're a little wet, so I think you were playing in the dog water in there, weren't you? Were you playing in the dog water? No. Are you lying? No. Okay, well, you go play. Just stay right up on the concrete, okay? Let me show you this. Okay, I figured she was going to come out at some point, but I'm going to try to continue and finish this video up so you guys don't get interrupted for another time. So, cravings. I did crave orange juice at one point for a little bit, and that was really just like a craving. I had a couple glasses of orange juice and then it went away and I was doing good, and I didn't have any more cravings for that. Okay, so I have a drink down here. You guys probably can't see. This is the first time I've tried this, and I've seen a recipe for it on Pinterest. I need you to sit down. Is it so yummy? No. It's one of those sugar-free, what are they called? Like ice drinks. They're like the flavored water kind of, where this is like a cherry limeade one, and I put a little bit of half and half in with it to make it kind of like I don't know, creamy, I guess, if that makes sense. And I've never had it before, but apparently she likes it because she's trying to drink the whole thing. Is it yummy? No? She's saying no to everything at this point. Say hi. Cheese. Say cheese. You're so cute. Okay, go play with Spartacus. You go play with the puppy? Okay, I'm gonna try to remember the rest of the cravings real quick. What else have I been craving? Orange juice, I said that. chocolate peanut butter candies and stuff like that. Sometimes it's like sweet stuff, and sometimes it's more like the salty side, so it's not really on one side or the other. Tajin, I have been, or tahine, I think that's how you say it. Tahine. That's like the Mexican chili powder lime seasoning. I was craving that really, really bad for a while, and I was just like eating it with everything. Oh, and Mexican, like mango Mexican suckers, where it's like basically a chili powder covered sucker. A mango sucker dipped and rolled in chili powder. And I was craving those. I probably still am. Like, those cravings have come and gone, but I've had it quite a few times. So I've eaten quite a few of those suckers, and they're so good throughout this pregnancy. Reese's peanut butter cups, which kind of goes with a chocolate peanut butter candy. Drank a lot of water, which I drink a lot of water prior to being pregnant. I don't drink a lot of other stuff. However, I have been having like a want for like something like basically like an alcoholic beverage, but it's not even like the alcohol that's really drawing me. It's like a fancy drink that's more like just not like water, you know, or juice. So my husband, you know, he is still drinking beer and stuff on occasion, and so every time I'm like, oh, I want something. So a couple times I have made like a virgin Bloody Mary, where I'll basically put all the ingredients of a Bloody Mary together. However, I'll just leave the vodka out, and they're so good. I love Bloody Marys anyway, and that's one of those salty cravings that I have. So I've done that a couple times. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all my cravings, and I told you guys my symptoms. I'm glad you joined in for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next update. Be sure to subscribe to join our family so you don't miss any of the awesome upcoming videos that we have coming for you. It's going to be so much fun, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.